Hey guys, what's up? I hope all of you are doing good. This lockdown seems to be never ending. So I'm making a very simple dessert tonight. I have beautiful apples. So I'm making a nice warm apple crumble. I'm making apple and date crumble. I have some dates in my fridge, so I thought to use them. And what better than a nice warm apple crumble? And some mangoes to go along with that. Beat that. Simple ingredients, easy steps. Let's begin. So what do we need? We need some apples. We need some sugar, some cinnamon powder, flour, some more sugar in two separate batches, dates, and some room temperature butter. Let's begin. That's all you need. Hey guys, how are you doing? Well, it is dessert time. 24 hours in lockdown, no days, no night, right? So I'm making a nice warm apple crumble from scratch. Warm apple crumble and some trance music. Because everybody in my house is watching a movie right now. So who's sleeping? Any which ways. When you don't have chocolate at home, when you don't have any fancy stuff at home, how do you make a dessert? You take some apple, you make a nice crumble, and you bake it. Alright? Let me show you what I have. And I'm gonna, as usual, try and flip the camera. So I have some grated apple. Then I have some sugar, some cinnamon powder, flour, sugar, some dates, some soft butter. Apple. So I'm going to take some sugar. I'm going to pop that in the pan and I'm going to allow that to caramelize. It will have a beautiful caramel taste. So I'm going to have my apples completely into the caramel sugar. So I'm going to have this into my pan. I will save some and I will not stir it. Hey Gurmeet, how are you doing, buddy? So I'm making a baked apple crumble. I just showed in the ingredients. Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it? So we'll wait for the sugar to caramelize. Okay, I'm gonna just stir it. I will not stir this, I will only rotate my pan. Okay, a bit of cinnamon sugar. Now if you don't have cinnamon powder, take some cinnamon, blend it. Very, very simple. And the amount of steps it takes to make a good dessert is crazy. Utni der mein to main roast chicken bana deta hu, you know. That's how it is. Take the chicken, clean it nicely, marinate it, roast it. But dessert needs a lot many exact precise steps. If you goof up in any of the step, your dessert is gone. So I've added my sugar, I've added a bit of cinnamon powder. We will allow it to caramelize. Meanwhile, keep cleaning. So anybody of you who have joined, have made desserts at home or like making some desserts? Yeah. Anybody likes making dessert at home? I was really craving for a nice chocolate dessert, a nice chocolate mousse, or a tiramisu, or a triple layer chocolate cake, or a Nutella pudding, something like that. But hard luck. So I thought over and over again that what can I make? Hi guys, see this? Sugar is slowly caramelizing. It is slowly melting down, and eventually it will have nice color to it. Okay, but we don't want our sugar to get burnt. See this? Maybe I can add some more sugar. Now the caramel flavor just adds on to the entire apple crumble that I'm making today. I usually do not caramelize my sugar. I kind of melt it with butter and then saute my apple the classic way with off skin. But I'm using apples with skin. I'm not going to throw anything at all, and it reduces time as well. So, well, hi Nayan, I'm making some baked apple and date crumble. Apple goes inside, all of it. Yeah, at this time I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon sugar. Cinnamon powder, sorry. I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter. Okay, and I will chop up my rest of my apples. Very simple and straightforward, no fancy trick. Now why I'm doing that? Because I have some chopped apples inside this, and I'm going to add some grated apples, and I'm going to add now chopped apples inside it. So I will have two textures in my apple crumble. slow flame. Okay, I have some apples, so I'm going to pop these apples inside this. And I have one more apple. So guys, what is your favorite dessert? What have you been making all these days? And how have you been killing your cravings? Come on, talk to me. More apples. Hi Chef Robin. Hi Chef Vijay. Manish. Hello to everybody. It is very important that you cut your apples evenly. Otherwise, cooking would be a little difficult. Okay. Wow, the sugar has caramelized beautifully, and the aroma has just started to come. All right, I made a whole wheat baked samosa the other day. Yum, they turned out. Oh wow, Tanya, you need to share recipe, huh? Hey, in fact, I've not made samosas till now. That's a good idea. In the coming couple of days, I'm going to make samosas. Okay. Hi Rosella, well, I'm cooking the apple mixture right now, and that's for the baked apple crumble. Okay, and I'm gonna add my dates to it. All right. Okay, so we'll have the apples cooked a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop my dates that I have. You can put it like that if you want, or if you want, you can just chop them roughly and put that into it. Okay. Now what I want is, I don't want the apples to be cooked completely because I want a little bit of crunch as well. So I'm going to add the dates roughly chopped, and after this we will make our crumble. And you know, these days all of us are watching movies and small series. So आजकल मेरे घर पे के मेनन का सीजन है. So we have finished our special ops series. I think the last episode is going on, and there was one more series of ke menon about this guy. He was a doctor and he owned a hospital, and some Arjun K, something like that. So every day there is some odd series that we are watching and sleeping late. Okay, but now after I've added dates, what I usually do is add a little bit of half a spoon of butter more, so that it just becomes nice and moist and caramelized. Because eventually this special ops last episode is fantastic. I think every episode is fantastic. The way KK Menon has acted is phenomenal. I mean, look at the way he acts, the way he talks, without expression, straight face, isn't it? Okay, look at that, guys. Okay. Super yum. Nice buttery caramelized apples with some cinnamon powder, and we're gonna keep it aside. Okay. Okay. Turn the gas off and see. So that's the mixture of apple and dates. So for everybody who has joined in now, we're doing an apple and dates crumble. So that's the mixture first step. So you heat up a pan, you put in your sugar. You can either blend your grain sugar into powdered sugar, or you can use castor sugar if you want. Allow it to caramelize a little bit, add some cinnamon powder, add grated apples to it. I had red apples, local red apples, so I'm going to use that. So once you put that, allow it to melt down, because grated apples, sugar and cinnamon powder melts down nicely. And then add some chopped apples, because you want two textures in the crumble and not only one texture. Otherwise the bite won't be there. So I've added another texture to it by adding chopped apples, and then a little bit of butter to moisten the mixture up, and chopped dates. Okay, so I will try and now show you. Okay, am I visible? Yes, I am. Okay, so we're going to take a nice bowl. Now what are we going to do? We are making the crumble. Okay, flour. Okay, can you see that? Yes, flour, some sugar, some butter. So I take my flour, put that into the bowl. I take sugar, put that into the bowl. Apple crumble pie, yes it is, my friend. What if we add a little bit of kosher salt to give it a unique saltiness? Well, that's a brilliant idea. I always prefer a bit of salt in my desserts, but not in this recipe. Of course, you can add salt if you want. Even chocolate and salt goes very well, so you can add that. Yeah. And then I have butter, soft butter. Okay. Now you don't need melted butter, you need soft butter. Here comes the trick. You take your little fingers, not the palms, just the fingers, and you knead the dough. You work the crumble out. So you just kind of lift and turn, lift and turn, lift and turn. So all you need to do is just work the magic with your fingers. वो कहते हैं ना, बनाने वाले की उंगलियों में जादू होता है. It's exactly like that. So all you need to do is just keep rotating the crumble. It has to get that crumbly taste to it. No Tanya, I haven't taken unsalted butter. This is the typical Amul butter that we get in our homes, because the saltiness in the dessert will automatically come from the butter. I mean, if you want, you can use an unsalted butter, but too much of a hassle, no? Because I have to go back and watch the movie. The task is go make a dessert. So I'm making a dessert. Because being a chef is not easy at home, you know, at all. So, and I'm very moody. If I'm in the mood, I will cook. If I'm not in the mood, so constantly use your fingers and keep rubbing the flour and the sugar. A lot of people also add brown sugar to this mixture. So if you have brown sugar, demerara sugar at home, please feel free to add, because it just gives crumble a nice dimension to it. Okay, you see this? It has now become I feel I can add a little more butter to it. So excuse me for say 30 seconds. Here I come. This is called cheating. Added some more cold butter because the crumble was becoming too fine. I don't want it too fine. Okay, so I'm going to just rub in some more cold butter. And I love this trance music. It just keeps me going. Yeah, they are on the last episode. I can hear them talking. KK Menon is fantastic. So guys, tell me any new series that I must watch that you have been watching. Okay. I'm going to rub the excess crumble off. Cornflakes. I'm going to add some cornflakes. You can add some muesli if you want. You can add some nuts if you want. You can add some oats if you want. It will only give volume to your crumble. And like I said, one more dimension of texture. Okay. Now this is cornflakes with honey and almonds. Panchayat, yes, I love Panchayat. I've watched that already. Okay, all you need to do is take this, just crumble it. Okay, some more, some more. try and snake out some almonds from the flakes. Okay. Making desserts is not clean. When you're playing with flour, butter, sugar, it just makes it dirty. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to take a spoon and just gently mix it. So my crumble has a crunch to it, almonds to it. Let me show it to you. You see, that's how it is. So that's flour, sugar and butter rubbed in together with fingertips to make a crumble. And if you want, you can add some cinnamon powder, and I've added some cornflakes to it. Okay. One final look. I need a baking dish. Okay. Okay. Then what do? We take a baking dish. So I have a baking dish. Mixture is at the room temperature. So we're going to put that into our baking dish. Then we will layer it with our crumble and we will bake it. Okay. This smells amazing. I can't have the fragrance travel to you via social media, but if you are connected with desserts, I'm telling you, this is divine. Hey Yogesh Shivate has joined in, guys. He used to be my pizza boy and he used to make some amazing pizzas. Yeah, so you're gonna spread your mixture like this. Okay. We're going to go back to the dirty kitchen counter. Just look at that. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crumble and I'm going to add this crumble slowly over the pot of this mixture. And you know what? You can also eat it like that. It is just amazing. Okay. Maybe I can show you with my left hand how am I doing it. Yeah. So I have this crumble that I made just now. So you're gonna take this crumble and spread it all over. Okay, I'm going to finish this crumble and fill it in the sides. Don't leave the side. Okay. The last bit of it. And it's over. Look at that. Apple and date crumble in the making. Yeah. Now what do you need to do? You need to preheat your oven at 180 degrees. Take this beautiful pot of apple and date pie, put it right through it, bake it for 12 minutes at 160 degrees. Not too high, not too low, because all you want is to have a nice crust on the crumble. You wanna go and see how do I do that? Okay, so this goes in for 15 minutes because I forgot to preheat my oven, and that's what it is. So I've put in a temperature of 180 degrees, and this is gonna be sitting for next 15 minutes inside, and hopefully we would have a nice crust on the apple crumble, and then we will enjoy that. Okay, so guys, meanwhile, any questions if you have? Okay, wow. Now this is the color that I was looking for. Yeah, so you can drizzle some applesauce if you want. You can make an apple ice cream at home. You can add some whipped cream to it. You can add some date puree along with that. You can add some more nuts to it. You can add loads of things to it. Yeah, I can smell the apples, cinnamon, butter and flour. So one last tip, very important tip for this recipe. Otherwise your recipe is going to collapse. When your apple crumble is ready, or your versions of apple crumble is ready, when it comes out of the oven, allow it to sit on your marble table for not more than 2 minutes. All you need to do is whip off the bowl clean, dive in, eat it. Otherwise somebody else is gonna eat it. Alright, so I'm gonna go and eat my apple crumble with some mangoes. Otherwise apple and date crumble bura maan jayega, and I can't afford it to do that. Alright, so guys, thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Please do try it at home. Maybe by tomorrow I'm gonna post it on my Instagram with detailed quantities. Till then, good night and enjoy this view.